Today we're going to break it round on the Polygon Bend R2.
Righto, we'll talk about a few different things. I'll try not to ramble on too much. So, stock, the Bend R2 has these Tektro C550s. They're a simple single pivot arm, hopefully you can see that properly, and they just move one pad across, this one here. The other one's stationary and it relies on bending the pad over, so you're wasting a bit of energy there. The plan is to replace them with some Tektro C550s, which use a double arm. Don't know how well you'll be able to see it there, but it pulls both pads together at once, so it gives it a much more, you're not wasting energy bending the pad, bending the rotor onto that. And as well as doing that, we're going to install the Tektro P20.11 pads. Now, a couple little things that interest you in case you want to know, and price wise. These ceramic pads will in fact fit in the stock calipers, and I think they're about $18 Australia on eBay delivered sort of thing. So they're relatively cheap, and they could be an option if you're really on a budget and want slightly better brakes. And the other thing is the C550s, the time recording on eBay, I think they're about $120 something. But you can also buy them separately, the front or the rear by itself, for about $70 odd, I think it was. So if you're on a budget, you can just do the front, which does most of your braking, because the back one's not, well, because your weight's not that back there, it doesn't have as much grip for available braking. So the stock or stock with a upgraded pad might be enough, but just an upgraded front is worth considering if you're on a budget. So I have already installed the rear on it, just so I have the caliper here, and also the pads, original pads out of the new rear one. They're an A10.11, which is the same as what's in this original caliper. So we'll get over there, get installed. Oh, and just on an absolute side note for anyone wondering, the original rear brake with caliper is actually 30 grams heavier than the new one. So, you know, 60 grams worth of weight isn't much, but every win's a win. We'll get over there now and get installed. Slightly silly of me before that. I should have actually showed you how to install the new pad in this. It's just got a split pin through it. You just want to straighten the tail end of it out. Jesus, I make this look hard, don't I? I just don't want to mark the new caliper. There's various different ways you can do it and do different ways, but sometimes you can just force them through, other times you to straighten the back out a bit. Like that. Slides out. The pad slides nicely out the bottom. So the new one, try not to touch the pad material itself with your fingers, and then just get your little clip pieces. Slides on there. That one goes over top. Squeeze it together. Push it back up in there. Grab your split pin. Push it back through all of them. And rebend it. Nice and simple. I'll pad them over there in case I ever need them for anything. Okay, to start off with, we're going to undo the cable. Being a bit lazy there doing it with the ball end, but we'll risk it for the biscuit. Pull that out of there. I'm going to slide your little rubber piece off. If you're lucky, it'll come off. That's kind of a pain. There we go. It did actually pull the cable end off with it, so we'll have to put that back on and find another one for it. Then slide it out of the caliper itself. Out of the way. We'll grab this, which is, I don't mind, like 5mm it is. Crack these off with the actual end. And then just swing them that fast. They'll probably be tied up for a while because they do have Loctite on them. That's the caliper itself off. Then you've got to take this bracket off. I'll see if it'll move with the ball. Yep, awesome. Probably should have gone and got the actual other Allen key to get in there because the T-handle wouldn't, but we got lucky here. Sort of a do as I say, not as I do sort of situation on that, I'll be honest. Curiosity has the best of me, so I'm going to go weigh this quickly, just to see what the weight difference is. So, actually turns out this new one's about 45 grams lighter, so that's significantly more than I expected. But we'll get on now and you just want to nip these up to start off with. Squeeze the caliper together just to centralise it up, and then nip them up the rest of the way. And then see how squared up in there you are. And we've got lucky and actually pretty well nailed it square centre there. So that's always a good thing, because it basically squeezing a double sided caliper together will make it want to sit on the centre. As long as the bolts are just backed off a little bit. Squared up and done. Now, the only other thing is this cable is now a little bit long. So your two options is just push it up and have a bit more hanging around your handlebars. Or your other option is to push the cable back through, cut a bit shorter and put another little end on it, whether it be metal or plastic one. Completely up to you. I'm going to cut it a little bit shorter. Basically, just got to squeeze the lever, pull the thing through. I'll take that out of the way first quickly. Pull it right back through, so I've got plenty of cable to work with. Push it through from the top to about where I want it to look. Work it out, and then just cut it with whatever is your preferred method. I'm just going to send it with the angle grinder, to be honest. Some people don't agree with that. Plenty of people do it. Completely up to you on that. I'm just going to be lazy and just knock these slightly bit of melted plastic off around the edge. Pretty good. Push the cable back through, all the way through. Pull it up. Then I do have new black plastic piece for the end here for the fitting. I know some people do run them without, but may as well use them because I've got some. And feed your cord back through. Undo your cable clamp. Try not to drop it on ground. That feeds through there. There's a little ramp there for it to go on. Nip it up. Now I know from doing the back that it's probably just going to see where it's at. We'll start it off there with no pre-tension on it and see how it's happy there, or if I need to put a bit of pre-tension on it. I'll put a bit of pre-tension on it through there. Make sure the cable's right through. Must have been catching on something inside there, that was my bad. We'll try this again. Now, we're using basically the whole lever there, so we'll back it off. We'll push the arm. All I'm doing is pushing the arm up a little bit and pre-nipping it up, and then seeing how much lever I've got to go. Yeah, that's much better. Maybe slightly too much, because I've always got the adjuster here if it's not quite right, so you leave a little bit loose. You can just, yeah, if you leave a little bit loose, you can adjust this here and it'll move that out, move that up and get you where you want to be. So just adjust it so it'll take up where you want and you'll be right as rain. Then I just got to cut this extra off. I've seen it with side cutters. Wires, I should say. Now you can either reuse the little clip that came off there, or you get a new little one to go on there. On there. Squeeze it. And all done. Easy as that. Now I've just got to take for a ride and bed the brakes in. So I've only done about 10 k's on the brakes so far to basically better minutes how they go. Now, like, they don't work as well as, you know, your high spec hydraulics, but they are an improvement over the original stock ones. And for the price, I'm extremely happy with them. So it's much shorter. I kind of wish I'd done some sort of speed braking distance test just so I could give you some actual numbers other than just my feels, but it definitely stops much quicker. So for the price, which I think if I did the price, it was under, yeah, it was less than $170 Australian off eBay prices. You shop around, as I said, you can pick up the calipers second hand much cheaper than that, or just do the front, or as I said, the upgraded pads, the ceramic pads fit in the stock brakes as well, so it gives you some options to think about. Thanks for watching, and I'll catch you next time.